What the fuck is happening, everybody? It's your boy, Ant, with me, fucking chilling, dog. So, of course, as you guys know, we're gonna be here making more banger fucking videos, and we're in a different location. We're not in the studio right now. I decided to come out to Ant and try the microphones for episodes because I've used them before in the past with just like random videos, but never actually like out and about for a long period of time.
We outside. We outside.
We outside.
Literally.
Enjoying this beautiful day. You know, it is Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Ironic because when I showed up, Aunt reminded me that it was Juneteenth, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, you're black as fuck. So.
Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's Juneteenth. I was like, why is there nobody's on the road? There's no school, but shout out to my people.
Juneteenth, baby.
We here.
So yeah, we'll probably like touch up on some stuff like that. But first, I'm gonna be an absolute loser sellout, and I say this just about every episode, but I need this pre-recorded. If you guys want to head over to flexliving.net and use my promo code WussHaddnin, WussHaddnin, for 15% off on all of your gym apparel that you order from the website, go ahead. If not, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's okay.
But use a promo code if you're gonna do it.
Oh God. Anyways, so
Do you ever like download an app and then like a few months later you find out your friend uses that app? But if you shared the link with that friend, you already got bread or something like that?
Yeah.
I get so mad because like, bro, why don't you tell me? You knew I was using it. You
For
knew I was
real.
using the app already.
Yeah.
So you should have said something. We both would have got bread.
It's like sharing when you share Cash App, you get like $5.
Yeah,
Like
come on.
$5, bro.
Why don't you spread that over here?
That's a whole biggie bag I could have
Right.
got. Yeah, yo. So, fucking Juneteenth, right? It's a pretty important day, right? That's when like slaves are like freed and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically, I mean, you have Abraham Lincoln's speech that they said ended slavery. But it wasn't until June 19th, forgive me, I don't remember the year.
He's like, I got no
but
history.
that was I don't like, I know it, but I don't study it, so like these things don't remain in my brain. But that's basically when we fully got free.
Free.
Which,
Oh, word? That's how you feel? Just a little quotation marks. So like, what's okay, right? Because like in America, right, it's supposed to be free country and all that,
right.
all that good stuff. But is there any like personal stories that you have with like discrimination, or you feel like people who are dark skinned like don't get treated the same or whatever?
Personally, to where I feel like, personally in my life with me directly, I can probably say no. I have definitely seen signs of discrimination, but a lot of that's attributed to what people are taught.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're taught one thing their entire life.
Right.
They may not dislike you, but they're gonna treat you based off what they are told, the stereotypes they're told about you.
Right. I gotcha.
And that's one thing that I did definitely deal with. Full-blown racism, like them full of calling me the N-word or something like that, has never happened. Probably if it did, I wouldn't be here to be speaking to you guys. I'd probably be in jail somewhere for assault.
Right.
But yeah, no, I don't. You know, I know people around me who have. My mom has. You know, just especially with her being an immigrant from Jamaica. You know, in the 80s, 90s, it wasn't easy for her. You know, and she dealt with that with and then there's not really racism, but there's like this separation within the black community too. So you deal with that on top of that, especially if you're darker skinned, especially if you're a woman.
Right. Especially if you're a woman, you said?
Yeah.
What?
Dark skinned women get they get less respect from people, which is wrong. You know, everybody should be. They feel like dark skinned women aren't as pretty as light skinned women. Like, no, I know mad dark skinned girls that look way better than these light skinned girls. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like,
Right.
but it's just all public stereotypes and what they make us or perceive us to look like. Um, you know, I've been told, like people have told me, like I was actually dating this girl one time, and we were talking, and she was like, if I saw you walking down the street the opposite way from me, I'd be a little scared. I said, what?
What?
I was like, she's like, if I
Damn.
didn't know you and I'm like,
I don't know, man.
yeah,
I
like
think I think you don't. I don't even think you come off as intimidating.
I
But
feel like I'm always like, I always have like a welcoming like facial reaction to things. Like that's how I
right,
walk around, like open to everybody, ready to talk to everybody, anybody. I don't like people.
right.
That's one thing
Heard.
about me. Like I tell people all the time, they're like, "No, but everybody loves you. You're so cool. You talk to anybody." Blah, 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 blah." I
Mm.
said, "Yeah, but I don't like y'all.
Yeah, for
I
real.
just have the ability to tolerate people better than other people can."
Okay.
Um, and I don't know where the hell that comes from.
Right,
The
right.
fuck, like I don't know who taught me that, how it became like that, but that's just how I am.
Mm.
But so I don't personally like, I see everybody as one, as equal.
Mm.
Um, I don't care. Like my biggest answer to all these, how you feel about this? I don't give a fuck. As long as it ain't got nothing to do with me, I don't give a fuck with you with your personal life.
Right,
That's
right.
it. Don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you.
Yeah. I mean, like in terms of like relatability, bro. Like I don't really. I'm not too fond of people either. Like obviously, like I started this whole thing to like talk to people, but
Yeah,
it's because the people who are on are like genuine people
genuine people.
that I give a fuck about, and but like, bro, just like the general population, bro. Like you motherfuckers can go to hell, bro. And like yeah, like I've pretty high tolerance for people and like patience and stuff like that. But like there's just times, bro, where like I just want to sit in like a cold room,
Yeah,
just like away from everybody,
right.
bro. I definitely hear that. And like, yeah, everyone should be treated equally and stuff. And like,
100%.
if it doesn't affect my life directly, or if it's something that I can control, like,
Right,
I bet.
right.
But other
Everybody
than
wants to
that,
be able to control things. It's like
right,
some things in some situations just out of your control,
for real,
and you have to accept it as that and just play your part in that situation.
and just let go.
Play your part. You're not supposed to control it. Cool, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to have their hands and feet and everything. It's like, whoa, relax.
Let's chill out.
You know, and that's where people start arguing and back and forth, and they dislike this and dislike that. And I don't like this person because they feel this way about something.
Mm. Like, come on, bro, grow up just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Like,
But like overall, I have, like you said, high tolerance.
yeah,
You know, I quote everybody. I'll smile, say how you doing. I talk to you. I'll have a conversation with you.
mm.
Like I don't. But that's it. Like we're good there. Like I'm cool with everybody.
Mm.
I don't know why. It's cool though.
Okay, okay. And even then, like, dude, if there's a lot of times where are people just be so angry,
Right.
bro, and like rude and shit. That's like
Why is
the
everybody so mad?
why? Like why is everybody so goddamn rude? Like there's some interactions I see, and not even to me personally, because like when I go to like venues and stuff for work and everything, and like husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even just like friends in general, like the interaction, I'm like, why you gotta be so rude?
Right.
Like just be like chill,
Chill.
just like chill the fuck out, just a little bit. I feel like people don't even realize when you're that bitter, bro. You don't even realize you come off that way until like you get smacked the fuck up,
Right.
And I'm like, dude, come on, like we shouldn't have to get to that fucking point.
Right.
But I mean, hey, I don't know. The world still revolves no matter what happens.
So well, violence is the way of America. Like that I hear this all the time. Like I listen to Joe Budden's podcast,
Hmm.
and actually I don't remember which episode. I've been so behind on the podcast. There was one of the most recent episodes they were talking about it. Like why does everybody always got to fight result of violence in situations? And that's just
It's just how it is.
that's how America was made. Like
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
we ain't fuck with that. Cool. Bye bye pow.
yeah, yeah.
We out.
It's crazy too. Even like now that like you bring that up, a lot of people think that the origins of like violence is the answer and like gun violence and stuff like that is from the hood.
Right.
But like 90% of like the oh, like I would have shot that dude. Like
Yeah.
you see comments like that on like fight videos and stuff. It's all like southern white dudes, bro. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, I get it, bro. You guys have like lenient gun rights and like that's cool.
Yeah.
But like it don't matter, bro.
Back in
Man, they ain't
like
nothing.
the Roman times and the Roman Empire, back in way before America was even a thing. That's how they settled beef.
Yeah.
You know, we go to the arena, family's here, cousins is here. We
Bah,
gonna
bah, bah,
turn
bah.
up real quick and then we out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, that's just how the world was cultivated. So it just stems down to this now, where like I was telling my boy yesterday, we were talking about it because he was telling me some stuff that's going on. I'm like, it sucks now because back when you was a kid, man, because he's about 15 years older than me.
Okay.
So I was like, back when you was a kid, man, like you was in your early 20s, like you had beef with somebody, your fault. You might have went to jail, whatever that. These kids now don't even get a chance to go to jail. They dead. They start beefing it, pop pop.
Yep.
For what?
For what?
Because he looked
There's
at your girl. Come on, son.
yeah.
Because he bumped into you accidentally. Come on, son.
Grow up. Yeah, like even like that's my favorite thing to say to people is grow up. But even then, like, bro,
Be
like
careful saying that. I
I
started
know.
saying that too, and then I said that in the wrong moment.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's nothing that pisses me off more than just like senseless like
Yeah.
violence. Like like oh my god, I remember this one video. Oh my god, dude, I get so like triggered. Like there's very few things that like really offend me, but the things that do is just like senseless violence.
Right.
Like this dude, like there's two guys and one of them like punched him in the face, right? Dude just pulls out a fucking gat and just starts spraying him down. I'm like, what? Like for a little bit of disrespect. Like you got punched in the face, dog,
Yeah.
and you're out here shooting people.
You
Like
should have turned around, knocked him out, and kept it pushing.
yeah, yeah, like exactly. You should have just decked him in the face and kept it moving.
Kept it
Like
moving.
if it was really that big of a deal. But and then like different side of the same coin. Like if he does punch you in the face, just like walk away, dog. Like
No, you
just
can't
walk
though.
away.
You pussy if you walk away.
Yeah,
Though. You
you
know what I
pussy,
mean?
you
Like,
walk away. Like, okay, bro. Like, we're supposed to be in the era of, like, I have no enemies. And now it's like, everybody wants to beef with
Yeah.
everybody. It's fucking stupid, bro. But, whatever, man. Like, it just is what it is. You want to start beefing? We start beefing right now.
start beefing.
What's good?
Like that's how and my way of showing like I fuck with people is really just like I don't want to say roasting them, but like kind of roasting them, like in front of
Yeah.
like that's how you know I fuck with you. Because if not, I'm not gonna talk to you.
For real.
Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like me and my best friend, we talk to each other so crazy. It's hilarious. and people look at us and me and her would just start laughing. Start laughing like and it's so funny because they think that we're serious low key. I'm like, I'm not. This is how we talk to each other because it's fun.
Right, yeah, yeah.
You know?
I definitely hear that, bro. Like, there'll be points where, like, I just look at my boys, like, you want to fucking die?
Yeah, like
And
you
they're
want the
like,
rock to your jaw, like
yeah, real quick.
me and my brother like that. Me and him talk like this to each other in front of my mom. And-
She's
and
like,
we
hey, now.
No, she just looks at us like we're stupid.
Yeah.
But we always say like the most outlandish stuff, like, bro, I'll smack you with the back of a spoon.
Like, who the fuck says
Who
this
says
shit?
that, bro? Like, why you gotta use a spoon? And why the back of the spoon? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Front-handed. Bro.
right? Like,
Yeah, yo.
you know?
I think that's low key. I feel like that's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Like now everyone is like soft as fuck. So like they feel like they gotta be like, bro. You know when someone's fake when like guys and girls are both guilty of this.
Yeah, 100%.
Be like, yo, like you're looking big as fuck, bro. Like blah blah blah. Like you going to the gym and everything. Like hyping them up, and it's like behind their back, like yo, that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know. And then like with girls too, like oh my god, you look so
So
good.
good.
Like we gotta chill soon.
I hate
like
that bitch.
don't- yeah, exactly. Like bro, it comes down to like you'll talk mad shit to someone's face, and then like when they leave the function, you're like, man, I love that dude.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's what it's like
That's my
supposed
dog.
to be. Yeah. But nowadays it's like.
Yeah.
Everyone's too goddamn soft, so
Wait,
they
How
can't.
old are you?
23.
23. Okay.
Yeah. So like I'm 23. I know you're a little bit older, but I was I was raised by like my older cousins, older
Okay.
brothers and stuff. So like my brother is 24, gonna be 25. My older cousin's 31.
Okay.
So like his way of showing love is like he's just gonna punch you,
Punch you right
you
in
know,
your
like
jaw, right?
OD, yeah.
Right.
And like we'd flame each other all the time, and even like my boys too. Like we're just like, yo, fuck you, pussy, like
Yeah.
square up, you know. And it's just like it's just how it is. Like
Yeah.
if I'm not doing that with somebody, like I don't fuck with you, bro. I
Right.
just won't talk to you. But even then, like
But these
people
like,
will be like, why are you so mean, bro? Like you don't talk to nobody. I'm like,
why you so soft?
yeah, why? Yeah, like why are you so solid?
Why you
Like
so
grow up.
soft?
It
But
might be better if you get ignored.
right.
You know.
I think we've gotten to a real like the road has gotten soft.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
as people we've gotten soft. That's why everybody's just pulling guns out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they can't live with the fact that they got punched in the jaw.
Disrespected.
Right. They
Yeah.
rather say that they shot this nigga rather than this nigga punched you in the jaw. Like,
For real. Like, come on, dog. Even then, like disrespect is a surface level thing, man. Like, you could fucking, right? So, like, if there's a leak underground, it's gonna rise to the surface,
right.
you know. And like, disrespect is a surface level thing. Like, you disrespect me, it's like, that's what it should be. Just
Right.
okay, whatever. But it's really because like deep rooted problems that like, man, this one time this dude said something to me, I'll never let that shit happen again.
Right.
And it's like it happens again. It's like now you let yourself down, and now you gotta do something about it.
Ego.
Yeah, like bro, just just grow up, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like come on, man.
I turned 28 on Wednesday.
Okay.
Like, and the one thing that I always tell like a lot of like I know what you see that Honda, like a bunch of the express techs are 19, 20 years old, 21,
It's crazy.
you know, so 18 even. So like I'm like, damn, I'm 10 years on you guys. Like, if there's one thing I leave them, it's like, listen, enjoy your early 20s
Yeah. For
because
real.
you'll never get that back. And if you don't, you're gonna find yourself at 25, 26, just being lost almost,
Right. Yeah.
27 almost. You know, like I turned 21, I started wilding out immediately. You know, my boy that I live with, he's 10 years older than me.
Mm.
So he had me at the bar at 19, but I didn't, we wasn't really going out to we was going to like sit down at like a change of times in Bayshore at like 9 p.m. to get in Long Island ICs. I used it at the bar because I walked in, nobody said anything, or they didn't ask me for no ID. So he was buying Long Island ICs, we was eating wings, you know. Wasn't really going outside, but then once I turned 21 and I got that ID that went like this, because in New York it's under 21 and then
Yeah.
over 21,
Right. Right.
I was outside. You know, I was just out enjoying, you know, it sounds crazy, but I just said I don't like them, but I enjoying people.
Mm.
You know, people watching, see how people interact with each other. People see how people interact when they're drunk.
Mm.
See the different types of personalities you might run into while you're outside, like, because like eventually you get to a point where that shit gets played out.
Right.
Not really played out, but it gets kind of old. You get used to it, so you try to find different spots, and go frequent your old spots or whatever the case may be. But then you find yourself wanting just to relax.
Right.
I go out to a little lounge, whatever, have a good night, and I was outside like every weekend. Now you have once a month maybe.
Yeah. What's the moves? Man, what you
Right.
talking about?
Right.
You old as fuck.
Right. And then and part of that is because I go out now and it's like all I'm seeing is the 21, 22 years olds, 22-year-olds when I go to certain spots. It's like I'm vibing with y'all. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing that this girl at 21 can do for me.
Oh yeah.
You know what
There's
I mean?
no
Like
relation.
you just got your ID turned sideways, like. So I feel like if I wasn't doing that when I was that age, I'd be mad at myself going out now at 28 every weekend and there's a bunch of 21-year-olds.
Yeah. You'd be
I
trying
don't
to
know
catch
about
up.
I learned about the spots where all the older people be at when I was 23, 24. So now I'm going to the spots where the older people were hanging out when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's different now. Like, all right, now I'm around people my age. Like, it's kind of cool. And unfortunately, most of those spots you can only really find in the city.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
but-
like social communications is like a super fascinating topic, and I'm plus like, I guess like people always kind of have like a relatively the same idea of like, yeah, like enjoy your 20s. Like me, bro, I don't you try to get me to go to a bar, bro. You gotta pry me out of my doors. You know, I just like it's not something I really do.
Yeah.
But I've been to bars and stuff like that, and like I can see the appeal, but I think it's just not for everybody. But for
Right.
those who are lost on like enjoy your 20s and everyone tells you like you gotta go to bars, get fucked up, whatever. Like I think it's also important to enforce the fact that like people in your early 20s like explore hobbies, bro.
Yeah.
I talk to people
That too.
who are, you know, early 20s, mid 20s, 30s,
Yeah.
35s and have no hobbies.
Yeah.
I'm like do something, bro. Even if it's like bro, like fishing, you
Yeah.
know, you got something.
Yeah.
You know, you know, I do this, I play card games, I do all this stuff, all this nerd stuff I'm super into, comic books and everything. But it's like I'd rather have these like little niche things that I'm into, spend money on, or have hobbies with, than just like a hobby to someone now is just like laying in bed and like scrolling through TikTok.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, come on. Like, you don't have anything interesting of your personality. Like, you never worked on yourself once.
Right.
You know, no one's ever told you like, you boring as fuck, dog. Like, those are gonna be the people that really care about you. It's like they'll tell you like, yo, you're a fucking loser. Like, let's do something
Let's
about
do
this.
something. Yeah. I remember when I was even when I was like early 20s, like me and my best friend, we used to go. Even my best friend's a girl, which is people look at me like I'm crazy sometimes because they're like, oh, there's no way she could just be your best friend. Yeah, she is.
I hear that.
But like we've been best friends for 10 years, and we used to go on nature walks, low key.
Fire, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's mad like if you don't know, there's mad trails out in Long Island, mad trails, and you could just walk, roll up a little joint or two. At the time we were smoking backwards like crackheads, like facing them like back to back.
Jesus.
Walking down the trails, looking at shit, taking pictures. You know, coming back. We go to the city during the daytime, just walk around, look at stuff. You know, like just seeing all the different shit that you have to your disposal that you can do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I used to go to Jersey all the time, hang out with the boys. I have a group of guy friends in Jersey. I went to school in Jersey for a semester, and I became friends with them. Matter of fact, this month, June, beginning of June, or somewhere around this week, actually, I think. I met two of the guys that are in the group that I'm group of friends I'm with, and ever since then, we've
Just
been
clicked.
locked in. 10 years now, locked in. You know, and they
Sheesh.
stay in Jersey. 3 of them stay in Jersey. One of my boys just moved to Houston. He got a little one. You know, happy Father's Day to him, of course.
Let's go.
He got a little one, so we actually got to take a trip out to Houston. Eventually, I might have to steal one of these mics when I go to Houston. I might have to go wild out
Yeah,
real
bro.
quick.
I got you. I got
I
you.
might have to go wild out real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my guys, and that's really what we used to do. Like I used to go with him to his uncle's houses upstate, play ball and stuff like that.
Right, right.
I haven't played ball in a minute.
Me too, brother. Me fucking too. I went from like literally, like growing up, bro. I went from like literally shoveling out courts during like February to play, and now it's like people be like, "Yo, like you balling today?" I'm like, "I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man."
Yeah.
Or like, "It's too hot, bro. Is
Yeah.
there a breeze outside?" I ain't going.
But sometimes, bro, like I actually played a few months ago, and that was the last time I played. The first and last time I played in mad long. And I was like, at first I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go play ball right now. Then I got out there, I was like, bro, I miss this shit.
Yeah.
I miss this shit. Like I was getting like, and for somebody who hasn't played in like 3 years, bro, shot was still low key kind of there. I got a 5 mid range. Pause.
Word.
I don't know if that was applicable or not, but fuck it.
Damn, homie
I
using
had the
big ass
fire.
words. Applicable.
But I had the 5 mid range, and I'm an assist god. I'm an assist god.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm like CP3 on crack.
Yeah.
Wilding, bugging out,
Bugging out.
bro. She was playing full court, play half court. I was just bing, just get there and I got you. That's all you gotta do. Just get there and I
Yeah,
got you.
that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. If not, I'm gonna take it myself. Pause. Sorry, man.
You good?
Can I do this? It's Pride Month, bro. I'll take that back. I'm so sorry. Man.
Damn,
It's
he
just a
said,
force of habit. It's a force of habit.
can I do that shit? It's Pride Month.
It's
Oh
a
my
force of habit,
God.
man. I'm so sorry.
So, I see you got the green hair.
Yeah.
It's not a Pride Month thing.
Nah.
Why green?
It's funny. So Saturday when I was at work, one of the sales managers, he's like, "Yo, let me ask you something, Ant." I said, "What's up?" He goes, "Somebody like dare you to do that?"
Damn.
Cause they know it's not my it's not my first time dyeing my hair. I had the
Right.
brown, I had the little red color. He was like, "Somebody dare you to do that?" I said, "Nah." He goes, "So you just woke up and said fuck it?" I said, "Yeah, literally, fuck it." Like, what else do I have? Like, if you don't already fuck with me and you're not gonna fuck me because of my hair, then I should have never fucked with you to begin with.
On God. Yeah.
But it's funny, like I was telling you when we was at the deli earlier, it's mad funny. Like, I forget that the shit is green. So I have a mirror like right like across from my bed. So when I get up, I don't really see it. I go to the bathroom, take a piss. My eyes are still half closed. I gotta wash my hands, brush my teeth, or whatever. Oh,
Word.
that's what I look like. Got it.
You should have done
Got
the
it.
beard too, bro.
Nah. Out here looking like Luigi.
That shit
Would have
was
thought I was
hilarious.
motherfucking Irish that day.
Yeah. Oh my
That shit was
God.
too funny. Yeah, and then like I'll go places. Like I was at work, for example, and then everybody, all the customers is in the waiting room. I'm walking up to the sales department or whatever, and mad people just looking at me. I'm like, why these motherfuckers looking at me? Like they want to fight? Like we could get busy right now at work. Like
Oh,
I don't
right.
care. And I was like, oh shit, that's right.
It's the hair.
It's the hair. I was at the car meet last night. I'm walking up and down, and like, why everybody keeps looking at me? It's the hair,
It's the hair.
But
Like I got out of my car when I got here, and I was like, "Green?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Kid Cudi?"
Kid Cudi, Dennis Rodman. I got Chia Pet.
Gee,
I got
that's fucked up.
that's fucked up.
I'd
Yo,
be swinging, bro.
nah,
Oh,
Chia Pet
dude.
was funny.
Yeah.
What else? One of my technicians said he was he was ready to put a golf ball in my head. I said, yo, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh my God.
Yo, like,
You gotta get the yard lines.
yo, that shit is funny as hell.
Yeah, that's.
I call my aunt call me Elephant Man. If you're Jamaican, you know who that is. If you're not, he's a really known reggae artist. And that was one thing that they used to do. Like he used to dye hair green, red, yellow, blonde, like on some Dennis Rodman shit. Got Dennis Rodman, of course. I don't know if y'all eat canned vegetables, but there's a Green Giant brand.
Yes.
My brother called me that too. The list goes on, and I don't mind it. It's actually kind of funny. Cause what's crazy? Nobody's ever gonna come to you, tell you directly to your face that they don't fuck with it or it looks crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not gonna come to your face and talk shit.
They don't give a fuck.
So if you're not gonna do that, then I don't give a fuck how you feel about it.
Right. Yeah. Is there any form of direct goal that you have in like the next either like few months or years, whatever? Because like I'm not sure, but if you want to be like a service advisor forever, that's fine, And I think you're damn good at your job. But is there anything like you really want to do? Like have you ever had like a dream job or something you wanted to work towards like maybe since you were like a kid?
Nothing really from as a kid, but I've always wanted to actually start my own podcast. That's something that I think I want to like really try to start doing, or even just like I said, just walk around with the mic and just start wilding out. Like you
Yeah.
see it all the time on social media, and I would do that shit too.
Yeah.
One other thing I really want to try to do is really like understand like how the stock market works and stuff like that. Like I have like a gist of it, but I ask some of my coworkers. Some of my coworkers are really into it, and I ask them questions. Just try to learn. I don't have the money to put towards something to go ahead right now, but like, because like I said, I was wilding. I didn't really have. I'm just really learning how this adult shit works.
Yeah.
I've been learning. Like it wasn't until I was like 24, 25. I was like, I don't understand this world shit. I gotta figure it out. So 3 almost 4 years later, still figuring things out. At the time I was living at my mom's house still. I was driving a piece of shit.
Mm.
Like, it wasn't a piece of shit only because only reason why I call it a piece of shit because was the transmission was slipping bad.
Mm.
Like that shit was zzz, bang. I'm like, oh shit. Like I had no idea when that shit was gonna go, so I was just scared to drive it. But other than that, like the motor was strong. Car was a clean car. I always kept it clean. But now I'm driving a newer car. Got a nicer car. You know, lowered it, put some wheels on it. You know, got my own little spot now. Like I'm working. I'm doing things, and it takes time. Um, time heals all. Time will just give things time. And you'll get there. You know,
You'll be alright.
and patience.
Patience.
That's one thing that we do lack as people now is patience.
Absolutely.
We live in such a we got air fryers now, bro. We went from microwaves to air fryers. We went from ovens to microwaves to air fryers.
Right.
You know, some things you got to put it in the oven.
Mm.
Some things you can put it in the air fryer. It's
Some
up to you
things
to
you
figure
can't.
out which ones go where.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people are trying to put everything into the air fryer.
Ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Your air fryer is gonna break.
Right.
Now you got what you do. You set back because now you got to buy another air fryer. Whole time your oven still work.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Whole time the oven, even the microwave still work.
Right. But you want the air
I
fryer.
wanted the air fryer.
Can't do
You
it,
know?
bro.
And that's why I figure a lot of people like patience. We like a lot of patience. We like a lot of love.
That's a whole fact.
And my biggest thing is just leading with everything with love and being patient with people. You know, it even happens at my job. Like we'll have customers come in and they're going through something, and you gotta like sometimes you just gotta sit down, not sit down because I be standing all the time, but and just listen to them. You know what I mean? Like they might have something totally going on in their life, but their car's doing this, that, and the third. Your car's not doing. You just have so much going on in your head. You're starting to hear stuff that you already heard that just don't sound right because you think everything's going bad. You know, and some people want to argue with you and go back and forth. I'm not arguing with nobody.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
my
arguing with
God.
nobody. If it's not gonna like put money in my pocket, I'm not arguing with you.
I hear that. Yeah.
If it's not going to end in a solution or an agreement or disagreement to agreement or agree to disagree, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
I'm not investing my time into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'll walk away. There's no time. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
You know. But the thing is, everybody likes to argue. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to have control. Everyone has to have the last word. You know, just so they can say, "I won."
Yeah. Ugh.
You know.
Nah, I definitely, I can, everything that you're saying is the stuff I've been preaching forever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude,
I say it to everybody. Like, say it to everybody. Me and my boy, my barber, he has a sneaker business, so we've been running. You know, we do the sneaker events and stuff like that. And there's another dude who started. He actually was one of the first ones to really start doing them solely on Long Island. You know, like there's other brands like Got Soul, Sneaker Exchange. They're national brands, so they'll be in Miami, they'll be in Texas, they'll be in LA, they'll come to New York. There's only one dude that had it on Long Island, so cool. And when they come to New York, they're not coming to Long Island.
right.
They're going to East Rutherford or they're going to Manhattan somewhere, or Brooklyn. So out here, it was just him. So then, Mario, my boy Mario, that's his name. He shout out to Mario. He wanted to start doing it. And I was like, listen, bro, whatever you want to do, I'm here with you. Like I'm not really big onto the sneakers and stuff like that, but I help you plan stuff or put stuff together. I hope wherever else you need to help with. I don't know how much these sneakers cost. I don't know how much they go for. I'm not. You want to keep up keep up with that.
Right, right.
So we threw an event and we do it the day after his, because we he had that what we do it the day after his. Like, we already had that date, and I think he had one for the Saturday. I think a week before the event or something like that, or 2 weeks before the event, he switched his to the Sunday. We were like, all right, whatever. Anything could have happened, we'll let it rock. Did another sneaker event after that. Did the same exact thing. That's not a coincidence again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence. And my biggest thing was, bro, everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. So for you to be that selfish, like you have your clientele that already goes to your events. You know, we're bringing in people that don't even know who you are. People in Bayshore, Brentwood, CI who don't even know really much about these sneaker events. And we're bringing them out here. Hold your shit down. We can get some of your vendors or whatever the case may be, because vendors go to both. We met a lot of the vendors that go to his events at his event.
Right.
You know, we went to his first event. We were a vendor there. You know what I mean? So like we were a vendor for a few of his events. And, you know, we just tried to create like a friendship and so that everybody can eat. He can eat, we can eat, and everybody can eat. All the brands can eat. But just too much stepping on the toes. It's like, for what?
Yeah.
You know?
We all trying to eat, bro.
Let everybody eat.
That's another big thing too, right? Is like, man, I wanna like do this to where like blows up, does something, and then like I can come home one day and be like, yo, like we all going out right now,
Yeah.
you know, something like that. Just to, like be able to provide in that way, where it's something I really like to do,
Right.
you know, because don't get me wrong, bro, like I can work, you know, like I can really work, but like I don't want to work forever, you know, like I really have no problem, like, and not even with the job I have now, like with jobs that I've had in the past where I'm working like 75, 85 hours like weeks, bro, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is great, but like I want to die. I have no time to spend the money.
Right.
I have no energy to spend the money, and I have literally have like no brain capacity to put it away somewhere,
Right.
you know, and it's just like, and I guess the whole, not like business, like I don't like business. I don't like talking business. I don't
Right.
like doing any of that stuff, planning, whatever. You know, go with the flow kind of guy. But I guess the only like other projects, other than this is like, I have my doubts with this, you know, even though I love to do it and I stay consistent enough. This,
That's all it takes is consistency.
yeah, yeah. There's one other thing that like me and a couple of my friends are doing. We're creating a comic book, and it's like if if all else fails, but that gets released, I don't care. Like I don't give a fuck, bro. That's like one of the biggest creative projects we've been working on it for the past like 6, 7 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like it's been like a slow burn, and like we're just now doing like a soft reset on like some particular things, which like most of like the people who watch know my boy Christian, shout out Christian, and
Yo.
fucking he gives like updates and stuff like that on like how everything is going, and it's like if all else fails, man,
Right.
you
So do
know.
you guys go back to like what y'all wrote from 6, 7 years ago, like with your 6 to 7 year later new brain and like okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like the whole thing was this is actually we've restarted twice
Okay.
because it was I went back, looked at it, I was like, I hate this, you know.
That's right.
And then we all came into agreement like, okay, this either like doesn't make sense or like isn't impactful enough, stuff like that, or unoriginal. So we restarted once, did it again, and we're just like, okay, like one more time, you know. And then with nowadays, like what we're working on is like three separate novels or like three separate like kind of like books to
Okay.
go with the three main characters, and then it'll meet up to the first book, so the first book actually makes sense,
Okay.
you know. So then that's kind of like where we're at right now, but in the sense of just like business, it's like, okay, yeah, if it's cool, if it blows up and make some cash off of it, or maybe find a way to get a budget to like animate it or something would be crazy, but that's like, you know, way down
Yeah,
the
but
line.
that goes right back to the consistency and patience.
Yeah, yeah.
Consistency and patience.
Trying. I have all the patience, not too much consistency department. I struggle with like procrastination a lot, but like I've been working on it, you know? I've been working on me.
Heavy on the procrastination.
Yeah, yo. And that shit is just like shot. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the times when you procrastinate, it's not like something you just like not think about. Like, you're actively doing it and you know that, but like, it's so hard to just like get out of the
Get
rut,
that right.
you know? But it's one or the other. It's either I procrastinate and don't get much done, or I get way too much done in a short period of time to get completely burnt out.
Yeah.
There's no in between, bro. Like it's so shot. Even even like this weekend, like I detailed. I'm working. I did an episode, and now I'm doing an episode with you.
Right.
So that was the past 3 days. I haven't stopped, and even when I get home, I have to put 2 episodes together.
Right.
You know, so it's like it's just like I'm gonna do this for a little while. I'm gonna burn the fuck out, and then people are like, "Yo, where you been at?" I'm like, I don't
Dead.
want to talk about it. Yeah, like I'm like in a fucking fetal position in the corner of my room, like on my laptop, just
Yeah.
clicking away. I'm like, ugh. But you know, it just is what it is, bro. Some people don't want to work hard, like at all, bro. Like just they don't want to do anything, and I'm like, how do you live like that? Oh, I have no purpose. Like, grow up, bro. Find one. You know, that's what I mean. Is
Just
like
find something to do.
in your earlier stages of your 20s or whatever it is, like that's the best time to find purpose.
Right.
'Cause you're young and full of energy to go fucking explore and do things.
What they say, you're young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah,
energy.
Yeah, and energy, right?
But no, yo, you're fat. That's facts. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's facts. Everybody wants to fall in love and do all this other shit and have kids and shit. Nah.
No, forget about it.
I remember I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, yo, I was like 16, 17. I was like, I want to be married, have kids, have at least one kid by 28. Bro, I turned 28 in 2 days. 28 in 2 days. No ring, no kids.
Right,
The
yeah.
fuck. So
Sometimes
I would just say, just don't put like those type of expectations on your life, because then you feel like when you get to this point,
you should have been there.
you
right?
failed yourself.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
when people get into these ruts. It's like, you don't put those type of expectations. You can hope for it, but don't put those type of expectations out, because then you're gonna feel like you failed yourself, and it's gonna mentally.
You only fail till you quit, dog. And even then, like what we were talking about in the deli earlier, like, you know, there's certain things that back in the day you could do even before our time, you know, or like having a kid at a young age or buying a house, like blah blah blah. I've been seeing a bunch of these videos where it's like the biggest mistake I ever made was being in 3rd grade instead of buying a house in 2008. You know,
Right.
like, bro, for real.
Right.
Like it's just like with everything going on now, and even for you to have like a place, especially this nice, like
Yeah.
insanity, bro. You can't fucking do stuff
Right.
like this nowadays, and it sucks. But like, world goes on.
Well, yeah.
You know, no matter what.
That's my biggest thing. No matter what happens, life goes on.
Yeah, sun
you
goes
sit-
down, comes up.
If you sit and you dwell on the situation, you never come to a solution.
Yeah,
I tell people that all the time. That's the main thing I tell customers that to their face. Like, I've had customers come and complain about the last time they were here, or whatever happened between Honda and Pep Boys, because I worked at Pep Boys as well.
okay.
And I had one lady at Pep Boys. She's like, "Oh, the last time I just texted shit, running. I said, "Yo,
Not for nothing.
I said her name, but so I'm not gonna say her name now. But I said,
Right.
yo, I really, honestly do not care about what happened the last time. I wasn't here. You knew I wasn't here. I'm about to fix the situation. So just tell me what's wrong, and I'll fix the situation. I don't care. I don't give a damn about what happened last time, because I can't fix last time.
Right.
So I don't care." And she looked at me, but she was one of my like loyal customers. You know, I was there for 2.5 years, 3 years at that point. She was at Pep Boys, you know, for oil changes every 4 or 5 months. So I saw her all the time. She always had different questions and stuff like that. So she said, took a deep breath and just stopped.
Yeah.
And then she started telling me what was wrong. I said, all right, bet. By the time I was done with that day, she was happy.
Yeah. That's all. What it's all about, man.
She was happy. I was like, bro, just give me a chance to figure out what's going on first.
Let me cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Man.
You know, there was a saying that I had came up with like a few months ago, and it was if you sit there and cry, you'll have a puddle big enough to drown in. You know, and like that's, you know, if you're sitting around like doing nothing about your sorrows and everything like that, like get up and do something.
Yep.
Pain we endure. Pain's a given, but suffering's a choice. You know, but that's dude, people who just like
Yeah.
go on and on and on about something that happened like 5-6 months ago, like anything past yesterday, don't worry about it. Anything
Not
past a
my
few hours
problem.
ago, don't worry about it.
My brother was some shit. Not bad. It's not like legal going to jail type shit, but he was just in some shit. He's like, bro, how? Like, I don't even know what to do right now. And me and him, he said that, and me and him, we was on the phone. Phone was silent for like 5 seconds. I said, what you mean? He goes, I know. I ain't got no choice but to do it. I was like, exactly. Like, you can't sit here and complain about it. You can't sit here and be mad at yourself for whatever, however you fucked up.
Right.
Yes, punch yourself in the face one time. But after that one time, bro, you gotta get up and get it done.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna save you, but yourself.
Yeah.
You know. And since then, like, bro, take care of shit. So it's just simple shit like that. Everybody just makes life to be more than what it is.
Yeah.
Like, just relax. Relax, breathe.
Shit.
Number one is breathe.
Breathe.
I tell my girl all the time. She's bugging out on the phone. I'm like, yo, breathe.
Take a deep breath.
I don't tell her to relax. I don't know.
Never.
I feel like
Never.
any situation, just relax, it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But
Relax.
unless we're like joking around, like, well, I'll say it, but she starts freaking out. Relax. I'm not relaxed. Breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And then that's all you gotta do. You ever did that before, bro? You ever just breathe before?
Yeah, right? Like, you ever think
Just
about it?
Breathe.
Dude, people don't realize, like, scientifically, like, breathing exercises and stuff like that, what that will do for your head is, like, insane.
Insane, bro.
Not even that, but, like, things about to get crazy. If I look at you, give you these hands, I go, chill out. That's
Right,
what it's
relax.
like. Chill out, bro.
Breathe. You got this.
Just chill out, breathe, dog. You got this.
Honestly, just take a breath. Ready? I just do this with customers too.
Yeah.
Freaking out. Hold on. Breathe. One more time. Okay.
We out here.
You're good. Let's figure this out now.
Like,
Just all you gotta do is just breathe.
take it slow, man. But
You know?
but like you were saying, like, people like make life more than what it really is. But it's like life has more to offer. Let it offer you things, but like don't like blow it out of proportions.
Right.
Don't get the ratios fucked up, yo. Like, ugh, man.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's posted up on the door to the express shop, and then we have one in the parts by the time clock.
Okay.
It says, "Don't let one bad day make you think you have a bad life."
Right.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
Love that shit. And I took a picture and I posted it on Instagram. It was funny because after I posted it, I seen the same quote 5 more times from different, like, not even just the one that we posted. Like, it was like some Instagram page from Iowa posted the same quote on a black screen. Like,
Right.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Even like if you took like squares and on like a calendar and just all 365 of them, and you put like an X through the days that you remember were bad days, it's like 2, 3, maybe. Like,
Come on, Russ.
out of 365 days, you could probably only remember a few of those days that were really bad.
Really bad.
You know?
Most of the days, I don't remember. Like I said, if it don't concern me, or if it didn't affect me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or financially, I forgot about it already.
Right.
My fault.
Was there, okay, so I guess to sort of like touch upon like self-help or whatever, stuff like that, do you think it was like something about your upbringing, or was there somebody like a role model or mentor you looked up to teach you these things, or was this something you kind of just figured out as life went on?
More or less how I was raised. My mom, my grandmother is fearless, bro. I don't know how, why, what. I don't know. That lady is one of the strongest people I know. So part of his upbringing, when I was like a teenager, I was a part of the church choir, the youth church choir. And one of the things the choir director said to me, and it was more along the lines of, getting right with God or whatever. But what he said was, listen, you're born, you live a couple years, and you die.
That's it.
So I took that alone and just went with it my entire life, where it's just, you only live once, bro. I can't sit here and harp on situations that, like I said, just don't have any control, like, or any effect on me personally. I've seen it all, bro. I lived in homeless shelters. I've shared a room with my brother for 25 years. I'm 28, about to be 28. Shared a room with my brother for 25 years. I just, I moved, before I even moved to New York, I moved about 5, 6 times in Maryland. You know what I mean? So like I'm meeting mad different people every 2 or 3 years. And I wasn't military or nothing like that. It's just financially my parents didn't have it.
Right.
It part of it is one, being black, you just come at a disadvantage. Two, immigrant parents. Three, they both have a college degree. I mean high school diploma.
Right.
But they don't have college degrees. My mom has one. My mom got hers actually. I take that back. Sorry, mommy. She got hers in possibly 14, 2013. She did her thing. So yeah, shout out, mommy. My mom has hers, but she didn't have it when we were kids. I'm about to be 28. I don't have any kids. My mom is kid number 4 by 28. So just going through life and having to realize like these different things, like I can't sit here and just harp on the past and childhood trauma. Like, yes, it affects me, but that's also who made me what I am today. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying this to be dismissive to people who it does affect, but I'm only speaking for myself. I understand that there's some people who've been through some really fucked up shit as a kid, to where I can't even imagine. And there's
Right.
people who've been through who can't even imagine the stuff that I've been through.
Right.
You know what I mean? I I have 3 siblings. I've been in 4 or 5 car accidents. That's how many car accidents my siblings have been in combined, the 3 of them. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen this shit. Like, so I don't know. Like, and I'm not going to be the guy that says I've seen it all. I ain't seen it all. I didn't start smoking weed till I was 18. I was still kind of like a little sheltered at the same time growing up. But life's just too short to just not keep it going. Learn something new, experience something new. That's why I talk to people. Because some people, I've spoken to people who have a totally different upbringing than me, come from a totally different country from me, like somewhere from Europe or Asia or something like that. And just talking to them is kind of cool. Like, you just see how different but similar your lives were. Like, just as human beings, our lives are pretty much are alike, but just culturally they're different.
Right.
Spiritually they're different. But yeah, to answer your question, that was pretty much it. Like, my mom just, at the same time, was that nigga, bro. Like, it sounds crazy, like when people say that, but like, she held it down. Like, and I as I got older into my 20s, I understood. I'm starting to understand, and I understood the things that my parents going through at my age, and I can understand why they might have made a certain decision at this time, because I probably would have did the same thing.
Right.
Now my mom at plus years old,
Okay.
she's not gonna make the same mistake,
Yeah.
but, and I won't make that same mistake when I'm her age. But at 22, and something happens, you might not know what to do, and that's okay. You're not supposed to know what, like, and a lot of things, like with a lot of people like younger than you. My youngest sister is 24.
Okay.
She turns 25 in December, I think. Yes, she turns 25 in December. But there's people younger who feel like they should have it all figured out. You know, they should
Forget
they should have it all figured out, and they shouldn't be making mistakes. And if they do, it's the end of the world. It's like, no, bro, this is your time to fuck up. This is your time to fuck up, because that's the only way you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
You don't want to be 46 making these mistakes. You're gonna look like as a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the sad part is, this 46-year-olds making these mistakes.
Is there any key pieces of advice that you can give to people who maybe don't have the type of guidance to just maybe like let go of things, or to not let their traumas, tribulations, and all that stuff to define them rather than
Make
build
it.
them?
step one is accepting whatever happened to you in life. You have, not accepting it as in like you are cool with it, but you have to accept the fact that it's happened and it's gone. And you have to be able to outweigh the pros and cons of what you experienced. And it's hard. Don't get me wrong. You just can't wake up. I'm cool now. Like, nah, it's not gonna take. It's gonna take time. You gotta take time to accept that this is what happened to you. Now you use whatever happened to you to push you forward in life. Now I know, for example, my parents got a divorce when I was 6. Tried to get back together, didn't work. So parents been separated for well over almost 20 years now. I don't want to go through that. When I get married, I want to be married to this woman for the rest of my life. Now I can't see the future, but I know that I'm going to try to do anything that I can to not let that happen, especially if we have kids.
Right. Of course.
My dad wasn't, and my dad. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm not gonna be my dad was a bad dad. My dad was dope. That's my dog. Like he came through. Like my parents are separated, but me and my brother played sports, so he came through after work, picked us up, took us to our practice,
Fire.
took us to our games. He was at every single one of my little league games, every single one of them. If he couldn't make it when I was playing high school football, if he couldn't make it, he came to my high school football games. He was working. He was going through shit at the time, but he was always there. If I needed to talk to him about something, I could talk to him about anything in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I just don't want to be outside of that. Like, I want, like, when I have kids, like, and when I get married, like, I want to be able to hold that down.
Be there.
What was the question again?
It was advice for people who
Okay.
like can't let go or have their traumas and stuff define them.
So basically I learned from that. Like, I don't want to experience that. I don't want my kids to experience that. If I ever have kids, I don't want them to experience that. So, you just learn from it, and you just realize, like, especially if it's a result of somebody else, another person. That person might have been going through something that you didn't understand at that time. So they treated you a certain way. And from there you developed a certain type of trauma. A lot of our parents didn't know better when they were kids, so we, got our asses whooped. You got screamed at. You got yelled at for dumb shit.
Right.
You have to accept the fact that they didn't know better. And it's up to you to know better because you experienced this already. You don't want your child to go through what you went through. You don't want other people around you to go through what you went through. So you just try better and do better to be better.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. Just try to be better. Learn from these mistakes. A lot of it, like I said, it's not an overnight thing. People go through, relationships at 18, 19, 20. Where they putting hands on each other type shit.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to experience that again. So whatever caused that, you try to prevent that with the next partner. You try to learn what triggers that next person, so you don't cross that line. You can teeter, get close, because at the same time you got to stay in your ground and make sure that you're heard at the end of the day, but don't cross that line to where that person's going to react a certain way.
Right.
Be able to get your point across without without violence or nothing getting out of hand. So it's really like the main thing is just trying to learn. Try to understand the situation that you're in. Try to learn from it, and see what you can do to make your world better. You can't make that person better. You can't change that person unless they want to be changed.
Right.
The only thing you can control is yourself.
Right.
And the only thing you control is your reactions to everybody else's actions. You can't control everybody's reactions to your actions, though.
Right. There's a big thing that I also tell people is don't be so reactive. Like if something happens, bro, respond to it. And the main difference is like a reaction is something that just like happens with no thought. But if you respond to something, you're in complete control of the situation.
Right.
because you're not you're level-headed.
Right.
Use your head, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't talking no common sense. I mean like deep thought, bro. Logic, bro. Like real logic, and try to decipher like what you really think is the right or the wrong of
Right.
certain situations. Don't get me wrong, man. Like there's some decisions I made in life that it took me like a long time to be like, damn, like I'm fucking out this bitch,
Right.
you know, or like I don't want to deal with this no more. But you know, like I feel like I really like analyzed it and made it come to life.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people just, nah, I'm done, or I'm out of here.
Yeah.
This ain't working out, or whatever. You know, like be an adult. You
Right.
know, be an adult about it and respond. You know, as if someone punches you in the face, don't be shooting them.
Don't shoot them. Right.
Yeah, like respond, dog.
Just respond and just relax. Relax.
Relax, chill out.
Relax. I think that's why I feel like everybody should smoke.
Everybody.
Everybody should smoke a blunt. No, not everybody. I take that back.
Yeah.
Everybody, no, I take that. Not everybody should smoke.
Yeah, no,
But
not
I
everybody.
feel like THC and CBD, if used properly for a lot of people, will change everything.
So, being the host, I don't condone any of this, but you have your opinions, and that's fine.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you got ads.
No, but you're good though. Like I only say like I don't think everyone should, cause like
Not right.
I'm the motherfucker that shouldn't. Like people be like, yo, you want to hit this, bro? I'll be like, you will have the worst shift of your life. Like it'll be so bad. Like I get bad, bro.
Yeah.
Paranoid and like I start like blacking out and shit.
Yeah.
No matter what,
Yeah.
bro.
That's why I said the way it's intaked, the type or the CBD or THC, whether it's indica, sativa, hybrid, like I feel like that all plays a part.
Yeah.
If used correctly. What happens is everybody's just smoking whatever they can get.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Facts.
And when you do that, you know, sometimes you're just smoking. Now you're lazy. You don't want to do nothing. Or some people, like you said, are paranoid. Paranoid. They don't move. They're freaking out. Some people start crying, start worrying.
Yeah.
You know, and then in that case, no. But I feel like for people to like relieve some stress, CBD helps. Actually looking into the side effects of certain strands and how they can be used also helps. I mean, I don't do none of that. I don't study shit. I smoke and I smoke.
Educate
But I don't,
yourself.
right, educate yourself.
Yeah.
I do, like, some people will tell me, like, what strain it is, and I'll go on Leafly, and I'll look it up, see what it does. But I'm not out here, like, I don't incorporate it into, like, my diet, like a breakfast, lunch, or dinner type of thing. But I feel like if some people if most people did and used it correctly, then it might make a difference. It's just how their brain operates.
Chemistry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a plant at the end of the day.
For real. I remember I think the last time I got high, bro, I was, oh my God, I was tweaking, dog. It's just like for some people, and like it doesn't, you know, it affects everyone differently. But like I said, bro, like, I'm just not that guy. I remember my cousin has these edibles, they're like gummies, but it
Okay.
has like crystallized like dab on them. Dog, you remember that episode of SpongeBob where like Squidward tried the Krabby Patty and it was like horse teeth? I'm like, that was literally, the cube was about this big. I took a corner that probably could have fit under my pinky nail, and I was gonna go to like sleep that night, and I closed my eyes and I just felt like the front of my brain just like going, and I was like, damn, like I'm smacked right now. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And it was like the littlest thing. I'm laying in bed just like, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. But you know, it's just
Yeah.
it's not for everybody.
Not
but
for everybody.
if you are, you know, educate yourself, do what you gotta do, and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't really do edibles. Not
Most
really that
people
often.
don't.
Only because of that reason. I don't like the reaction I get to edibles.
And it lasts a long time.
So long, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I could be high for like hour and a half, I'm Gucci. Edibles have you sitting for 6.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then you have an after high, bro. Like you have a hangover high where you still feel it after that.
You know, bro. Okay, so I was talking to some guys who are like, stoners, bro, and they're like, nah, I've never gotten hungover edibles, and I was like, yeah, I don't think it's possible, bro. Like you're literally frying your brain neurons,
Right.
for an extended period of time. So like, I remember like the first time I ever had like a really bad experience with weed, it was off like a brownie,
Hmm.
which like shout out to Ed, fucking love you to death, man. But goddamn, right? So I was zonked. It was absolutely zonked. Totally like greening the fuck out. No nausea or anything, thank God. But I was like, oh my God, bro, I was geeking.
Hmm.
And then for like 3 days, I was just smacked,
Smacked.
smacked. And then 2 weeks, brain fog, hard time sleeping,
Yep.
like all this stuff. And I'm like,
Bro, it was bad
never again.
when I was away in school in New Jersey. So I had just started smoking that semester. That was my first time ever smoking weed, and or even taking an edible. Anytime THC, that was the first time. And this is the reason why I fucked up. Sorry, mom, if you watch this. Um, I smoked literally every day. There was this rich white boy that was a part of the group with us
Okay.
from Maryland. His dad owned like mad Green Turtle restaurants in Maryland.
Oof.
Shout out my guy GMB. But he was just like laid back, monotone. He wore basketball shorts and foam posits every day. That was my dog. Basketball shorts, a t-shirt, and foam posit. Occasionally he throw in the jeans, but
Oh
he was
my
mad quiet and
God.
he only fucked with us. Like he ain't fuck with nobody. And he used to leave on the weekends, go to Maryland, come back with like 2 zips,
Word.
2 ounces. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And then two of my other mans in the group, one was an amazing blunt roller and the other one was an amazing joint roller. So we would just start rolling up. We had the bong, everything. I tell you, bro, I was smoking like anywhere between 15 to 20 blunts a day with these niggas, bro. One of my mans, we had
God.
a class first thing in the morning, it was like 8 something in the morning, so we used to get out at the same time.
Okay.
But at first we were in the same building, but then they moved him back to the original building that they're supposed to be in. So I walk out of class, I'm coming out, he's coming out, he catches me.
Yo.
And right there, and he had the little micro G pen with the little dab shit.
Forget about it.
He'd be like, he had a little vest. He always wore his vest with a side pocket, a chest pocket. So he was like, yo. And we'll walk from there to the cafeteria. It was probably about a half a mile, maybe less, quarter mile.
Blinking it.
Bro, buzzed out. Mind you, I had a class again in like the hour after we ended that one. I had the next class in the hour after that with my other man Cam. So we used to meet up with Cam.
Right.
No, he said, me and him already hitting the G pen. Pass it to Cam hit the G pen. We were so lazy, like the campus was separated by a river.
Yeah, yeah.
But you kind of walk a footbridge you could walk over. Niggas drove. Got in Cam's car, drove all the way around campus, came back
Oh
to the other
my
side.
God, dude. No shot.
But we used to do that and we used to get whatchamacallit. We used to get Burger King. Burger King was on the other side. And back then, this is 2013. Bro, the Burger King value menu, you was getting 8 things for $5.
Crazy.
$6. Bugged
Crazy.
out. And you was full, bro. So we did that. We just got mad full. We was fried after class. Because we had that second class. Me and him had that class together, I think. No, we didn't. We just had it in the same building. So we get out of class at the same time. Fucking zooted, son. Get food. And this is like every day. Mind you, it's the first semester, so all of the schedule was for the first 4 months.
Okay.
Leave class. After that, get the Burger King most times. Clap the Burger King. Drive back around to the other side of campus. See if we can find Doug. And Doug and G were always together. They
Okay.
had mad classes together, so we would always see if we could find them. 9 times out of 10, they would say fuck that class, and they was at Noah's apartment. Noah was the one with the G pen, so he used to dip, go to his apartment. He had an apartment off campus. Leave there, go to his apartment, and sometimes he would have niggas would be there. Like I remember one time I walked in at like 1:30 in the afternoon, and it was niggas in the crib playing 2K. I'm like, y'all don't got class, nigga? Like the fuck? What are y'all doing? So that shit was funny.
Yeah, yo.
Um,
It was there was this kid I graduated with, Shamir. Shouts out, bro. That's my
Yo.
dog. Um, my brother and him used to have a chemistry class together back in college,
Yeah.
and bro, he would come into class double cupped up, sipping, bro. And my brother Jacob was like, "Yo, like, what you got, bro?" He's like, "That motherfucking promethazine," you know. And he would be absolutely sloshed. And he's
Yeah.
like, Jakey, you got the homework?" He's like, "Yo, Shamir, like, get the fuck out of here, bro." He's like, "Come on, Jakey, I know you got it."
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Nah, we did that one time too. That shit was too funny. I didn't even. So Cam, my boy Cam was dumb sick one time. So yeah, I got the prescription medicine.
Yeah, that shit, bro. Oh
And
my god, that
after he
shit
started
fuck
feeling
you
better,
up.
he brought it to the apartment because he wasn't coming to school for the whole week.
Mm.
He brought it to the apartment, and bro, I swear to God, I might have had that much, right? I had that much in the cup,
Uh,
and so did Noah. Did Noah go to that class with me? No, Noah didn't have that class with me. I had to by myself. I had a communications class at 6 p.m.
okay.
I drank that shit at like 4:35.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to class. And I said, fuck, I'm going to class. I get to class. When I tell you, son, I was gone. Because we smoked too. So I
Whoa,
drank that.
shit,
I was already
dude.
high before. Drank
Yeah.
that shit. No, I didn't. I lied. I didn't smoke anything before it. Drank
Okay.
that shit. Smoked like 2 L's. Went to class, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Class from 6 to 9. You let us out around like 8:30 sometimes. Bro, hour into the class, bro, I'm fucking zooted. Everything was funny. Everything was hilarious, son. And I'm like, yo, nah, never again. Went back to the. And here go my dumb ass. Here go my dumb ass. Get back to the apartment. All my niggas is there still. They all. None of them went. I think Noah had a. Not Noah. Cam had a night class and he didn't go.
Okay.
I get back, bro, and I'm fucking fried. Here I go smoking. Yo, y'all got any more of that zine? Like, y'all got any more of that, you know what I mean? Like, I got more of that drink over there, man. And he was like, nah, we clapped. I'm like, fuck. I was already fucking zooted, son. Yo, when I tell you, I don't know how I walked to and from class in that shit, bro. I was going. That's why I tell everybody now, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my
Because you will
god.
dead ass hate yourself.
So you got any more of that
You
shit,
got any
son?
more of that shit? Word.
Yeah. Same guy, Shamir. He he. Oh my god, dude. It's like this, right? Like springtime semester, whatever. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
It was like June, 90 to fucking degrees outside. And Shamir, bro, he's brown, so like he be wearing like sweatpants and hoodies
Yeah.
in June. And he's like, yo, like, what's goody? Told my brother, he's like, yo, Shamir, like, how you wearing a hoodie right now? Like, it's hot as fuck. He's like, Jakey, I don't know, but like, I'm gonna take a nap real quick. He's like, Shamir, bro, like, we're outside. It's hot as fuck. He's like, I don't care, bro. He's like, this promethazine got me sleepy, son.
That's crazy.
Bro,
The fact that he was even doing that.
he fucking, he puts his hoodie up, like zips up the laces and just like ties it up so it covers his eyes, and he knocked on a bench. Now, their chemistry class was at like 8 a.m. and my brother, he would he was taking like 23 credits that
Damn.
shit. Yeah, he was nuts. But from like 7 in the morning to like 11 p.m. at night, that's my brother would that was like his school days. Bro, he went outside at like 6 p.m. just to like go to like the library or something and shit like fuck around. Shamir is still on that bench, knocked out with a puddle of sweat underneath him. And he's like, yo, he's like shaking, he's like, yo, get up, bro, get up. He's like, Jakey, what's goody? And he's like, bro, he's like, you gotta die of a fucking heat stroke. And he's like,
Word.
why? He leans over, he's like, damn, this is puddle of fucking sweat underneath him. I was like, oh my god, dude, for hours, 8 to like 6, bro.
Bro was just out for a whole work shift.
Yeah,
That's crazy. He should have got paid to sleep, son.
yo, dead ass.
He should have got paid to sleep.
The whole like 12 hours, bro, just chilling there. Oh, dude, I don't know. I can only imagine, like, because if I was that high off of like even like blunts and stuff, if I was that high, like paranoid or not, bro, I can only imagine being like barred out Like motherfuckers who take like
Oh yeah,
Xans
no.
and shit, dog. Like,
Yeah, one
bro.
thing you won't catch me doing is pills, bro. And the thing is, like, I've never done anything other than a lean one time.
Hmm.
I haven't done anything harder than weed.
Right.
Um, and that's just because, for what?
Yeah.
I don't want to do pills. My sister's been telling me, and my best friend's been telling me to do mushrooms, but I'll leave those alone for right now. Like, I don't know. I'm
Have
cool with
you
not doing it.
you ever educate yourself on them?
Yes. Oh, and a nigga from the barbershop too.
Mm.
Yes. I just don't know if, cause I know how my brain gets when I'm super paranoid off of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like if I smoke way too much, so I just don't know if I'm ready for a different type of trip. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So I'll leave it alone for now. Definitely not something that I'm just have fully dismissed. I haven't fully dismissed it.
Yeah.
I think maybe once I like, it sounds crazy, but maybe once I accomplish everything in life, I buy my own house and I could just chill in my own crib.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Got my girl with me or whatever. Got my own crib. I don't gotta go outside. It's not nobody else's crib.
Yeah.
Not renting from nobody. It's mine. I could just chill here and relax. Then maybe I'll do it.
I
You know,
mean, that
have a
makes
couple
sense.
homies over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we just do
Yeah.
this together.
For sure.
'Cause that's the other thing I was always taught. Like they was like, if you ever do it for the first time
Do it
with somebody who's
who trips it. So.
right, who
Yeah.
knows what they're
Yeah.
doing.
So like I know like a big thing, and this is for anybody who I don't condone it, but if you want to experiment a little bit, um, get your hands on some benzodiazepine.
Okay.
If you are experiencing a bad trip, you pop a benzo, bro. You be out cold like a baby, and you won't. It's so like effective to combat the psychoactives that you won't trip in your sleep either.
Okay.
Like you won't have wicked dreams or anything like that. You'll just like you'll just sit there. Even usually just taking it will calm you down,
Hmm.
and you just fall asleep. You wake up a few hours later, man, call out of work, type shit. Wake up a few hours later and you don't feel no effects,
Okay.
no aftermath, stuff like that. And know what kind of strand you're taking.
Taking.
It will
Hmm.
affect everyone differently.
Hmm.
And uh, try it in like a tea or a soup,
Yeah.
or like chocolate. Maybe not chocolate because it'll like heighten it. Because
Yeah.
like same thing how with weed, if you mix it with chocolate, it's
Chocolate.
like whoa, But definitely like know what strand you're taking, have a trip sitter, all
Yeah.
that stuff. But have a trip sitter that has taken mushrooms before.
Right.
Not just like your best friend that's sober as a doornail, never done
Right.
nothing. But there's a bunch of stuff on it, and it's people are pushing to get it legalized here because it does usually more good than harm.
More heart. Right. Which I've
Um,
been told. So like, that's why I haven't really fully dismissed it or ruled it out.
yeah,
Like I said, it's not something that's, because even now as it is, like I barely smoke.
right,
Like this week that I'm off work might be the most I'll smoke in a week in a long time.
right.
Only just because one, sounds crazy and people look at me like I'm crazy sometimes.
Mm.
I hate the process of rolling. Grinding the buds, sticking in the, cause
Really?
when I roll a certain way and I roll with the filter. It's like I sometimes don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
Um, so that's that's part of my dilemma. But it's just I don't need to be that high all the time. I did that already.
Mm.
Like I said, I did that shit for 4 months straight when I was in Jersey.
Yeah.
To the point where I got to the bongs. I was crossfading. I was drinking liquor at the same time, like bugging out almost.
Mhm.
And I came home when I came home, I was going to Suffolk. I had another group of friends out here.
Mhm.
I used to go to my man's basement. We used to go to his basement. No, before that, I had my little hoopty. I used to pick all these niggas up from work, all three of them, right? Go to
Yeah.
the two of them work together, so it was all right. And one would used to just pull up to my house or to my job,
Mhm.
or sometimes I just had to go pick the nigga up. Pick him up. We'll drive to Deer Park where one of my mans lived,
Okay.
because he lived the furthest low key. Go over there, smoke 4, 5, 6 L's, drive everybody home. I'm out. Wake up the next morning, go to school, go to work, do the exact same shit.
Yeah.
And then we graduated from there to when my mans got a car. Two of my mans got a car. Well, actually, we all had a car at one point.
Mhm.
It was weird because a lot of times it was all different times. But it's like badass little kids over there.
Yeah. Wilding out of an ice
Wilding.
cream truck.
um, we used to go to his basement.
Okay.
So then his sister had bud, his brother-in-law had bud. His other mans would have bud. Sometimes his siblings would come over because he lived with his sister. So other siblings would come over. Other the homie, his brother-in-law's homies would come over. We'll be down there. So we'd be smoking 10, 12, 15 blunts in a matter of 6 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I got to the point where it was like, bro, I can't be this high all the time. I was going to work high. I was driving everywhere high. Like,
Fuck
it
that.
just felt terrible. To where now, like, I'll smoke twice, at most 2 blunts a day, 2 joints a day. I get out of work, I link my best friend, me and her go down to the water by my job, smoke. I roll one, she roll one. We smoke, go our separate ways.
Right.
Only time I smoke a lot is like usually on the weekends. Like we have like a little get together back here, which I might do one for my birthday next Saturday. I'll let you know.
Alright. I fuck with it.
I might do one next Saturday. I'm not too sure yet. I might just do something small. I'll smoke some niggas in beer pong real quick. I got mad tables over there, so I can play 4 games of beer pong and smoke everybody's boots.
Fire, fire.
But yeah, I'll smoke that nights like that. I'll smoke.
Where the hell is? Oh hey. Oh my God. Back this up. Back this up. Back it up. Back this up. Back this up. Hey. So we were talking for so long that I couldn't record an outro because my camera died. But just recording an outro for right now. And yeah, if you want more content like this, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcast, or YouTube. I'm on 5 different platforms. That's WussHaddnin, WussHaddnin, dot in the middle or in between. And yeah, so love y'all. I'll see you guys at the next one. Deuces.